Music has such power to move hearts and to draw us in. And so as I was reading the gospel today, it really just struck me, this song where it says, if the Son frees you, then you will truly be free. Whom the Son sets free, is free indeed. I'm a child of God, yes I am. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. And the song, taking from this moment of saying, okay, the Son is setting us free so that we can be truly free, speaking to our identity. I am who you say I am. That we are children of God. It's so easy to forget this in the midst of our chaos, in the midst of our turmoil, but we're children of God, and God is all-powerful. Remember that? Our God loves us, our Father loves us, and He is all-powerful. So He's taking care of us. If we remembered who we were, if we clung to our identity as God's beloved daughters and sons, then trials could come and we wouldn't be worried because we know God has our back. I look at today in the first reading as we hear about Hananiah, Azariah, and Mishael. What? I didn't hear about them. Yeah, those were their Hebrew names. Then they got their Babylonian names, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. But we hear about these three young men who knew who they were. And they knew that as children of God, God would not abandon them. And so they could not worship any other God. And the king's saying, I have the power to take your life. If you do not worship the golden statue that I have set up, you'll be thrown into the white-hot, fiery furnace. And they're like, well, throw us in. If our God can save us, may He save us. But even if He doesn't, not that He doesn't have the power to, but even if He chooses not to save us, we won't bow down to any other God. And so then the king has the fire stoked up 7 times hotter than usual, such that as the men, we didn't hear about this today, but as the men were bringing them in to throw them into the fiery furnace, those who were bringing them in to throw them in perished because of the heat of the furnace. And yet, Hananiah, Azariah, and Mishael are singing in the furnace. They're walking with an angel, someone who looks like a son of man, a son of God. And he is walking with them through the furnace. And they're singing God's praises. They skip over huge sections in today's reading. But, we heard a little bit from it in the responsorial psalm. Blessed are you, O Lord, the God of our fathers, praiseworthy and exalted above all forever. And blessed is your holy and glorious name, praiseworthy and exalted above all for ages. Going on and on and on as they're praising God for how He is working in their lives. And this incredible work, the king looks and says, whoa, okay. I think I may have overstepped my bounds here, because Hananiah, Azariah, and Mishael remembered who they were. And that gave them courage. Courage even in the face of death. What are the areas where we encounter our fear? We've all had things in our lives that have made us afraid, and maybe some sort of pain in the history of our lives, external or an internal emotional pain or something like that, that then we don't want to have to deal with that again. We got through it, yeah, but we don't want to have to deal with it again. And so it's created this, maybe even a subconscious fear where we don't want to deal with it. And so we shy away from certain situations or certain people or certain things, saying, okay, I don't want to go there. It's like last week, a week ago Tuesday, I was walking across the campus to our pastoral council meeting, and a dog that was playing with his owner, or an owner that was playing with his dog, the dog comes charging at me. And, I didn't think anything of it. Oh, it's the dog coming. Oh, hi, that's nice. And then I realized this dog is not friendly. And it's starting to snap at me and everything. Luckily, it did not bite into me, although it did take some flesh. And I'm looking and saying, oh, this dog is not a happy dog. So I got inside as soon as I can. Now, what's the natural reaction? Is the dog out there before I go outside? What's the natural reaction? Created by fear. So we have to say, okay, God, come in and bring healing to that fear. Help me to remember who I am. And when we remember that identity, He can overcome the fears. He can overcome all these things, because whom the Son sets free is free indeed. So we bring to Him our slavery to sin, those addictions, those struggles. We bring to Him the slavery we have to fear. We bring to Him all those things which are holding us bound, and we place them before them and say, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. Jesus, Son of God, set me free. And we believe that who the Son sets free is free indeed. And we claim our identity. We are beloved daughters and sons of the King.